American Gods? What? You guys, Ricky Whittle! Wait, I saved the chair for you. Hi. Oh, no problem. Hello, I'm Lisa. Oh my God. Okay, I have to leave now because I'm gonna throw up.
I want to leave my backpack on. Oh my God. What's wrong? I want to be functional. Okay? So I walked past and I saw you on stage and I was like, oh, no.
I know.
I want to walk in there.
No, we all got lost. Every one of us got lost coming here.
What it said, it's like hall A and it's like a big, massive B on the wall. And I was like.
That's what we were saying. We've got it.
I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I know what an A and a B look like. So yeah, how you doing? Where you from? Florida! Go Gators!
Oh
no! I'm English. I've got no idea what I'm talking about.
Listen.
Don't judge me. I was in New York. No, where was I?
They don't know. These are nerds. They don't watch football.
I'm English. I was in Boston. These girls know, right? And because they're from Boston, I was wearing a Yankees hat and people were losing their mind. And I'm like, what? I don't care about baseball. It's boring. I'm like, I'm Jay-Z. He made it more famous than a Yankee can. I'm like, I'm English. I don't even watch baseball. Nothing happens to the last innings. People just get drunk and eat burgers and hot dogs for like hours.
Yeah.
Hours. And at the end, everyone gets all excited. I'm like, well, then why don't we just skip to one inning at the end and make it like that?
None of us really watch it. It is just an excuse to eat hot dogs and drink beer. That's it.
You guys.
Ricky Whittle.
So anyway, yeah, enough about baseball.
Get comfortable, please.
I'm going to take my functional backpack off.
And this is a Q&A, so we have a microphone.
Oh, it's a Q&A. Oh, really?
So if anyone would like
look,
to...
she's running like a gazelle. A very elegant gazelle, but, you know. What does your T-shirt say? Sorry. I'm not looking at your chest.
It says, talk Trigetta slang to me.
It says who?
Talk Trigetta slang to me.
Is that your dirty talk? Is that how you like to... Everyone always goes... It's really bad that everyone knows more grounder than... I can't even say that word. Because we don't say that in the show. It's like people Lincoln doesn't say, I speak Trigetta slang. Yeah. He just speaks.
Right. So you've never had to say that word.
So I've never had to say that word. So I've never had to learn it. But everyone comes up to me and goes, good all the time. Get smacked down. I'm just like, I have no idea what you're saying. I get lines and I read them out. I'm an actor. I don't actually speak this language. But it is a real language. So that's why we gotta prepare properly.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, I should stop talking. Let you guys do it.
It's okay.
You look wonderful, by the way.
Thank you. So my question is the 100 related, obviously. So this past season, we've seen Octavia take a very dark turn with the loss of Lincoln. And I was wondering, what do you think would have happened if things had have been the other way around and Lincoln had have lived, but he had lost Octavia?
Oh my God, that's unthinkable. Why couldn't we just live together? Why couldn't we both just be alive? Link-tavia forever. Woo!
I agree.
Because that's what it should have been, and that's what I would have loved. Imagine Octavia now whooping ass, and Lincoln by her side, still training her, still teaching her, calming her down, saying, "You've got to stop killing people, babe. Just eat something. Have a Snickers. I love you, but..." If Lincoln lost Octavia, he's the only moral character on the show, I believe. He's the only one that only ever did the right thing, whether that was tough for him or not. Everyone killed people. Lincoln only killed as a last resort. He always thought there was an easier way, a better way. He constantly made sacrifices till the very end. He sacrificed himself for grounders that we didn't even know the names of, never saw again, never saw before or since. So he always made ultimate sacrifices for everyone else. But Octavia was that was his baby girl. That was his one thing, his true love. He never had that before. Well, technically he had, but they cut that out and they didn't follow that storyline regarding Luna. So basically, Lincoln was supposed to have supposed to be betrothed to Luna or something like that. And that's why when they went to see Luna, it was like, hey, this is Luna. Sup? See you later. Okay, bye. Because Lincoln was actually supposed to be there, and they were supposed to have something about those two actually and their past. Because there was supposed to be a whole thing, like it could have been like a little love triangle where, she obviously didn't like Octavia, and it's like Lincoln was supposed to be marrying someone else in a grounder, and he refused to because he always rebelled against the grounder ways because he didn't think they were right. He wanted to follow his heart. So long story short, I think Lincoln would probably do what Octavia's doing. He's so pure and good and honest that depending on how she died, like if she was taken as Lincoln was, for no reason, I think Lincoln would have gone on a rampage and you would have just seen like a real dark Lincoln, which would have been a lot of fun to play actually, to see Lincoln like this absolute warrior just slinking through the night, just slitting throats, just cutting people, just everyone that's ever wronged him or Octavia would be pretty cool to play. Maybe we'll have the Lincoln Chronicles. We'll have a little spin-off. Lincoln or Octavia. It'd be great. But that was a great question. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't even know if I answered it, but yeah.
Hello.
Hello. This is Chelsea, but with a Y, right?
Yes.
Bang, how's that for memory? My mind remembers the weirdest things, but I can't remember my shopping list when I go to the store. I literally go for like bread, milk, and eggs, and I'll forget one.
Oh, yeah. You leave with like gummy bears.
Yeah, gummy bears, yeah, Maltesers, and soda. I'm like, what did I need? Toilet roll. That was it. Damn it. That was just dirty. I don't know why I went there. Sorry. Anyway.
Thanks. So my question is, if you could choose someone from the 100 cast to guest star on American Gods with you, who would it be, and what type of role would you want them to play, or what scenes would you want to have with them?
You guys are good.
These are good already.
Like, I go to cons and like, what's your favorite color? Do you love Octavia for realsies? You guys are deep.
I kind of want to know those answers too, but...
My favorite color is red, and yes, I do. I love Marie more than cake.
Yes.
Anyone in the 100? There are so many people. As a current character or as a new character?
It's up to you.
Ooh, stop it. That's too big a question.
You're in charge of casting. You can do whatever you want.
It would be like Baywatch if I was in charge of casting. Why is Mr. Wednesday like running slow motion and female? And just flicking his hair all the time. And making out with Shadow.
Oh, no.
I feel like that show would be a success.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's huge in Germany.
There's my fan fiction. So all the gods, I'm basically putting myself in Wonder Woman's like Amazon Island.
Yes.
So it's just Shadow and Amazon Island. That's a show.
Beat you up, but also make out with you.
Well, when she's like, we don't need men, we just use them to reproduce. That's all they're worth. I would have been like, what? I want conversation. I'm good with that. I don't have to take you to the cinema or buy you dinner. It's just like you just use and abuse me and pass me on to the next one. I'll be like, okay, Diana.
Just for reproduction.
Tuesday, right?
And
Tuesday.
like fixing things.
It'd be amazing. Yeah. Okay. Let's think. I would probably go with. There's so many people. Because I always thought Sachin, who plays Jackson, would be a great tech boy. Because he's a very intelligent guy and he's a very talented actor. I used to run lines with Bob, who plays Bellamy, for other auditions, and we did this one scene for a film, 2 scenes for a film, and he stopped, and I literally just went, dude, you're wasted. He is so talented, and like Bellamy's also an awesome character, but I saw him morph into something completely different and like psychotic. And it was really interesting to see him do something completely different. So Bob's got like he can get real deep. Lindsay is like one of my favorite people in the world, and I'd love to see her do something. I mean, I could literally put the cast into everything for sure. They're all really talented people, and it was my favorite thing about that show was that cast. We coined #VanFam because it really was a family, and it happens in most productions because you kind of pulled away from your families and you're just in somewhere strange, like Vancouver or American Gods is in Toronto. But with the 100, everyone's kind of the same age, so no one really had wives or children or anything. So you just had each other. So you didn't have to go back home and go and see the kids or go and see your wives or anything like that. Apart from Ian Henry Cusick and Abby. She's not real. Paige Turco and stuff like that. But so you kind of hung out together, and so you were always really tight. Whereas other shows like American Gods, we've got Bruce Langley, who's 24 but looks 12. Really young. He's a great kid, and it goes all the way up to like Ian McShane, who's a little bit older. But we still hang out. Myself, Pablo, Emily, Yatide, Bruce. Everyone still hangs out. Orlando Jones is the funniest man alive. But it's a great family, and the Van Fam was really awesome. So I'd like to take them anywhere and everywhere.
Do it. All right, thank you.
Thank you, lovely.
Hi, thank you so much for coming to Supercon.
Thank you for having me. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys, your passion. Can I just say as well, I say it at all the cons, thank you very much, because I wouldn't have the job or the life I have if it wasn't for your passion and your hunger. Number one, you guys and your hunger brings me to these shows, because if it wasn't for that, they wouldn't book me. And also, I wouldn't get jobs, because it goes off people's profiles and how popular they are as well. And American Gods only came to me through fans online hashtagging Ricky Whittle when stars were casting, saying, really? Who do you want to play Shadow Moon? And it's the fans that said, I think Ricky Whittle would be a great Shadow Moon. So I had no idea
I didn't know
who
that.
Neil Gaiman was. Shock. I was under a rock for my whole life. And I didn't know American Gods until the fans put it into my radar. And so that's when I started investigating and realized that Neil Gaiman is this incredible rock star of the book world. American Gods is like one of the most iconic books out there. And you guys have opportunities. So I just want to say a quick thank you to all you guys and all your hunger and passion. Keep that positivity going around, because cons are the best places ever. It's just full of people who are just passionate. Doesn't matter what country, race, religion, sexual orientation, age, everything. Whatever your passion is, you just bring your passion here, and it's full of positivity. And you don't get that very, very much in the world. So thank you for all the love and passion that you guys have. I appreciate it very much. Did you have a question? Sorry?
Yes, I do. So American Gods is my favorite book, and the show has expanded on the universe so much. And I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite difference between the book and the show?
My favorite difference between the book and the show is the expansion of characters that are sporadic in the book. Like Mad Sweeney, played by the incredible Pablo Schreiber. You do not get an Emmy-nominated actor to play a part and then not use him. So he's in the book twice. He's in the book at the beginning, and then he's in the book in the middle somewhere. And that's all he does. In the show, we check into his past, his history. He comes in throughout. He's got a kind of thing with Laura. He's got a thing with Shadow now. We realize he's more involved with Mr. Wednesday. And it's pretty awesome to kind of flesh these characters out. We do the same with Bilquis. Yetide Badaki is a powerful actress who's going to do some great things. Laura, played by Emily Browning, she kind of just appears now and then in the book, but because the book's all through Shadow's eyes, unless you're in Shadow's vision, you don't find out about them. Whereas in TV, we can kind of investigate what everyone's doing when they're not with Shadow. So to expand those characters is pretty awesome as well. So we kind of get to investigate a lot. So everything that you loved in the book is in the show, but we're able to add so much more. And that's why I think it's been such a success where other adaptations haven't been. Where I know, like, when Hunger Games came out, people were losing their mind going, it's terrible, it's not what I imagined, Jennifer Lawrence is terrible. She's an Oscar-winning actress. She's not terrible. She's amazing. She's just not what you imagined the book to be. So we've been very fortunate that, we're able to kind of have Neil Gaiman on board. Still, he didn't just like come and pass it over. He's been involved in casting, episodes, storylines, so he's involved, and he still is. They're writing season 2 now as we speak. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in season 2, because the season 1 finale isn't in the book. So I've got no idea what's happening, and no one does. And that's the great thing, is that even if you have read the book, you kind of know the big things going on and the story, but we've got so much more to show you.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
That's Chernobog coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Chernobog over there, American Gods. The Dark God and his hammer.
Afternoon.
It's good, yes? It's good, checkers. You're black, right? Yes. That a problem? Love that scene. Peter Stormare. Can I just, sorry, sir, just one quickly. Peter Stormare, right? No one talks about Peter Stormare and Chernobog. That guy's not even Russian. He just plays Russian all the time, so you don't realize how talented that guy is. He's Swedish. Swedish, but he's always playing Russian. He's always smoking and dirty and talks like this. But he doesn't talk like this in real life. He's Swedish and speaks very well. Wow. So I just want to say props to Peter Stormare, who is an incredible actor. Wow. And needs to start being put up for awards, because what that guy does is incredible. Like, all those scenes that we shoot, it's actually quite hard to work with him sometimes, because he does differently every single take. And so when I'm like, when I've got to do my reactions, I'm like, well, do I react to the first take or the second take or the 33rd take? Yeah. And they're like, just do them all. It's fine. But that guy is incredible, incredible. Sorry, sir. After you.
No problem. Well, one thing, Florida State, forget the Gators.
Florida State, yes!
There you go.
That got more of a cheer. Cheers, bruv. Appreciate that. Oh, no, Gators. Oh, it's a war. It's a fight.
All right.
Everyone just supports Man United. Soccer. Man United. It's just a lot of love. There you go. I will cut you.
Are you going to Classico later tonight?
Pardon?
The Classico.
Is that here?
Yeah, they're having it in Miami at the stadium.
Shut the front door.
Right now.
Yeah.
I went to Man United Galaxy in LA, because that's where I live now. It's all exciting. The sun comes out every day. Who knew? I've seen it on TV, but it comes out every day. What's that about? And it's warm. It's not just like the sun's out and you freeze. It's actually real sun and heat.
But the few times it does rain, then it's just like mudslides.
Oh, it's torrential and
flooding.
it's flooding and the mountains just come down, and it's like LA can't handle weather. Well, I would like to go now that I know it's here.
Yeah.
Go and watch the El Clasico. It's pretty cool.
What's it? Hard Rock Stadium, Miami Dolphins.
What time?
I think about 7:30. I'm not sure.
I might be finished. If it's finished, we'll go. We'll go. We'll all go.
All right.
We'll wrap early. You don't mind, right?
When you guys are filming American Gods, exactly how high are you? Because when we're watching it,
How high?
Yes, how high? How much drugs, weeds are you guys smoking and taking? Because when we're watching it,
Just me or all of us?
all of you. Because when we're watching it, we
Snoop
feel,
comes around and
we get that high from the show. I think you have to watch it high.
I would just like to say you're brave if you watch it high. I think you need to have everything together to watch the show. If you watched it high, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's not...
it's a crazy, insane show as it is.
It does kind of feel like you're on Ambien or something, when you're watching it.
Because it's through Shadow's eyes. Yeah. So everything is kind of intensified, because Shadow, the big thing about American Gods is people who don't know the book, they don't realize that you're supposed to be confused by design. People think I don't get it. I'm obviously, it's too smart for me. Forget it. I'm out. And it's no, you're supposed to be confused because Shadow's confused. And once he starts to put the pieces together, then the audience is allowed to kind of follow him and start to understand. And we make it we will make it easier for you. But right now we're trying to confuse you because it's Shadow who's confused. So it has to be intense and crazy and loopy, because that way Shadow it shows how confusing and crazy the world is that Shadow's been introduced to.
And one more thing, the lady, I don't know, she's sex or love, is Shadow.
Bilquis.
I love her. Is Shadow.
Be careful.
I know, I wouldn't want to swipe right.
A lot of people love her and
Wouldn't want to swipe right. But
they don't stick around.
will Shadow be meeting her anytime?
Shadow was going to meet her in season 1, and they changed the story around. That's the clever thing that Michael Green and Brian Fuller are incredible producers, the most talented, amazing, wonderful men I've ever met. They're so good. They switched the timeline around on the show, so that's why people who love the book still don't know what's kind of going on. But Shadow was going to meet Bilquis, and they moved it, and I'm glad they did, because storyline-wise, it just made more sense of where Shadow was in his story. Because he's this empty vessel, and he's going to grow and grow and grow in confidence, get his personality back. Because the one thing that he loved was Laura. He lost his father when he was young. He didn't know. He lost his mother when he was young. He didn't know his father. He only had Laura, and she was taken from him. So when we meet him, he's got nothing. Laura's just come back, so from the dead. So now we can kind of see him grow in confidence. He can get a sense of humor back and start to challenge the gods in season 2. So it's going to be a crazy thing, but he will cross paths with Bilquis, and hopefully he sticks around.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
How's it going? My name's Omega with the Fanatically Correct podcast. Quick question on American Gods. A lot of taboo stuff happens on that show, religiously, spiritually, sexually, a lot of vulgar stuff. What was like the most uncomfortable scene or sequence that you had to work on that you felt was really uncomfortable for you as an actor?
I mean, the whole season was pretty comfortable for me. I mean, I'm the universal punch bag. Mentally and physically, he got his ass whooped. I mean, I would say right at the beginning, episode 1 was pretty tough. You know, being strung from a tree by a group of guys dressed in white, faceless. I think it's very symbolic. As a black man being hung from a tree by guys in white who don't show their faces. So intense. Also, shooting that throughout the night till 5 a.m. in Canada in April was freezing cold underneath a rain machine. And they don't warm that up for you. No, they don't warm that up. So it's freezing cold water coming down, me being dragged through all the mud, beaten up and stuff, and hung from a tree, to the point where I nearly got pneumonia. I was really shaking, and we just kept doing take after take after take, and I'm hung from this tree, and they kept dropping me down onto the floor, and I'm lying on the floor as, you know, all the goons start getting ripped apart.
They can't do that in one take. Come on.
Oh, bless. We ask that question so often.
Like, were you making a funny face on one of them, and then like...
Oh, no, I did it perfect. Probably take 1.
Sure you did, of course.
Take 1 and 2 would have done it. Without doubt.
Yeah, they had it out of the gate.
Could have sent everyone home by midnight. Oh, no. We did 5 more hours.
Oh, no.
The same thing.
No.
To the point, so I was freezing cold all night, and the choreographer kept coming up to me, he's going, "Are you okay? Are you cold?" I'm like, "I'm freezing cold." So every take, you kind of go back to the tent, and there's like a little tent with heaters in there, and they warm you up, and you're drinking like hot tea and stuff. Well, warm tea, because you don't want to go hot too straight away. You're taking your shoes off, you're pouring the water out, you're wringing your stuff, and I've got a wetsuit underneath as well. I'm going to come back to the wetsuit as well. I had a yeah. So yeah, no, it's not what you think. No, wait, no. Hold up. So like you're freezing cold, and I'm shaking and stuff, and I like later on towards the end, like I started like really shaking, like Muhammad Ali, like it was, I couldn't stop it. And I was like, wow, this is, and I remember having the conversation to myself. This is how like cold and freezing cold I was. I'm talking to myself going, this is what it's like to have Parkinson's where you can't stop. Wow, I need to remember this if I ever play that role. I'm like trying to research acting in my head, like, remember this action. Yeah, because you can't stop. And I'm trying to stop, and I can't. Okay, focus. Yeah, use that. And I'm having this conversation, and the choreographer's like, are you okay? Can you stop moving your hands? I'm like, no. And he's like, at all? He's like, no. And he's like, but you're cold though, right? I was like, I feel good, actually. I feel all right. He's like, okay, you're done. You're about to die. We need to get you off set. And that's when the choreographer literally said, done. He's wrapped. He's about to get pneumonia. They took me to the tent, stripped me down to my boxer shorts, and literally tried to warm me up slowly.
How do you get that job?
Strip me down.
Sorry, was that creepy? I apologize.
A little bit.
You're hired. Yes! So while I was doing that scene, I'd go back to the wetsuit, So in that scene, I'm in a wetsuit to try and keep a little bit of the water out, to try and keep me a bit warm through the night. Then I've got my suit on, blazer and shirt and everything. And did I have the harness on? I don't think I had the harness on. No, the harness was underneath the shirt, but it's fine. So you're just like doing the thing, and I'm one of those guys where I don't think, I'm going to go to the toilet in about 20 minutes. I'll probably need the toilet, but I'm like, now, Ricky, now. I need to go now. So I was just like chilling, working, in between takes and stuff, and I was like, I need to go to the toilet. Okay, I've got to go now. And then I went to the toilet. It's very graphic, I'm sorry. I went to the urinal, and I was just like, I pulled down my zip, and I was literally action man. I looked down, I was like, no! I've got a wetsuit on. I can't get to it. I literally started panicking. I'm like, no. So you can't just take the wetsuit off. You got to take everything off. Now I understand why girls in onesies are just like full on stripping down like to go to the restroom. I feel you, girls. I'm like stripping off my blazer. My shirt has to come off. The trousers have to come off. And then I'm like, realize the zip's at the back. I'm literally running around. Got it. Eventually, zip down, zipping. What? And I made it.
Yeah.
I still hold the record of never peeing myself as an adult. Some people can't say that. And I'm looking at people in here. I know. 20. You got 20 years? Oh, wait 20 years. Whoa. I'm proud I got this far. Don't be putting limits on me. 20 years. So, yeah, I was very happy that I didn't pee myself in front of the crew.
Man, next time just snip a little hole in the wetsuit.
Oh, no, they did. After that moment, so costume department, we got an amazing costume department. They literally, next time I went to shoot in that wetsuit and I put it out, I was like, oh, you gave me a pouch. I was so happy. I even took a picture. I should post it. I'm literally in my wetsuit, pointing at my crotch. And I didn't post it because I thought it was rude, but I was so happy that I had a slit in my wetsuit. I was just like, I can go to the toilet. So happy with that. I don't know why I was doing that, but anyway. Sorry, next question.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy.
Best answer ever.
I feel like we've already gotten more than we hoped for in this panel.
Oh no, there's more.
Yes.
I haven't even started lunging yet. Come on.
First of all, I'm still Team Daniel.
Team Daniel. Oh, that's mistresses. That's mistresses. Oh, yeah. Team Daniel. Yes, finger painting. Making love in paint. That's what it's about, ladies. Guys, get your lady naked, paint her, and then paint her. Good times. Mistresses.
I just finished binging American Gods, and as we've
That's
all
intense. That's an intense watch. Good. Well done.
I had a day off.
Day.
So I know we're supposed to be confused, but as I'm still confused, and it was the most confusing experience of my entire life, can you maybe give me like a Cliff Notes version of the show?
Cliff Notes.
Oh boy.
In a time where he had lost everything, there was a man called Shadow Moon. No, so literally, well, I can't give you the Cliff Notes because some people haven't seen it. Who hasn't seen American Gods? I would ruin it for all those people. You are so selfish.
Fine, then I'm coming to the...
Okay,
will you
Shadow Moon.
come back to the booth?
Shadow Moon, ex-con, meets Mr. Wednesday. Mr. Wednesday, very mysterious, manipulative man, played by the incredible Ian McShane from Deadwood, John Wick, Pirates of the Caribbean. One of the best actors of our generation. One of the nicest guys of my generation. He's amazing. I love him. He's a practical joker as well. You don't know that, but that son of a... He's so sneaky. I'll get him in season 2. And I'll film it. Because I always love a little backstage stuff. I actually used his trailer when he was never around. Because I was always in every scene every day, and he always had lots of time off. So I'd go in his trailer and send him videos of me lying in his bed. Like... Paint me like one of your French girls. I took a video of him. I was using his toilet. I wasn't doing anything, but I was sat on his toilet with my pants down, just because I wanted to use the same toilet that Ian McShane used. And I did cribs as well. I went into his fridge, and I was just like, "So here we are in Ian McShane's cribs. water. Perrier. That's all he has in there. He's very fancy. I just had like taps. You guys call it faucets. Isn't that right? Sometimes I get lost in translation. My English. Tap water. Process, aluminium. So anyway, there was a story going on, right? So Shadow Moon is being dragged around the country as a bodyguard and driver for Mr. Wednesday, who apparently is building a group of people for something he doesn't know. Eventually, he's going to find out that he's building an army of gods, old biblical, mythical gods, to wage war against new gods that we celebrate today. Nowadays, everyone's obsessed with media, with technology, and these are the gods that we worship today. And they basically control the world. We've forgotten how to go and knock on someone's door. We all text and go, I'm outside. I like to text back, come in. But it's nice to go back. Wow, we're having a disco. So basically there's a big war and Shadow Moon is stuck in the middle. You're still not supposed to know exactly what's going on. It's still going to be confusing. It's like watching a detective show, a horror. We're not going to tell you everything. It's by design. You got to go with it and figure things out. Like, the best thing about Neil Gaiman's writing, which we've continued in the show, is we've actually told you everything that you need to know. But you're not going to know till you get to the end of the book or the end of the show in 5, 6, 7 years and go, it was in the first episode. He said it right there. Even if I tell you now, you can go and watch the first episode and still not know what I'm talking about. But once you know the story, some of the lines and some of the things and the symbol, you're just like, it's right there. Neil Gaiman is a genius and an amazing man. So stick with it. It's going to be a long ride. Thanks, lovey.
I just want to say,
Supper.
It was really cool hanging out with you yesterday, man. You were really
it's cool. We went to Hooters and
you were gracious with your time. I wanted to thank you.
Thank you, sir.
My question is, now that you're playing Shadow Moon, that character is a hero to many. What were some of your heroes?
Some of my heroes.
Yeah.
You can picture that.
Some of my heroes aren't as impressive as your heroes. Because my heroes were like David Hasselhoff. Don't judge me. I grew up with Baywatch and Knight Rider. All right? That was my jam.
Love Baywatch.
Street Hawk, Airwolf. Those were my jams. I was killing it. A-Team.
Oh, yeah.
I put it a fool. I mean, that was the best thing ever. He's like, I ain't getting no plane, you crazy fool. Have some milk, B.A. It's like, okay, I love milk. And then he passed out and wake up on a plane. And I'm just like, come on, how many times are you going to fall for that, dude? But that was my jam. I used to love that. I got really weird heroes. I really do. Like, without sounding terrible, I've been in parties with like real like A-list celebrities, people that are just like, oh my God. Like I was chatting with Chris Hemsworth in Australia a few weeks back when I did Con there. Loveliest guy as well. He's a good-looking brother. Jeez. It's a good-looking dude, man. But he's a really nice guy as well. But I was just chatting with him, it's fine. And I've chatted with all sorts of people. I pied with Britney and Christina back in the day and Timberlake, and it's all fine. And then there's this dude who, and only English people will know this, there's a soap opera in England called EastEnders. Yeah. It's like, Beverly Hills 90210 without pretty people or money. So we're terrible country. We have no dental. It only hurts because it's true. And so this guy is just like a short, overweight dude with like black permed hair. And like, he was just a nice guy in the show. And women kind of walked over him. And it was like, his name was Nigel. And it was just like, oh, it's Nigel. He owns a fish and chip shop. And like, he's the most insignificant. He's not even like the biggest character on the show. He's just like Nigel. He's just a nice guy that everyone walks over. And like, I was filming a show called The Dream Team, which is like Friday Night Lights, but with soccer. And so I was with my buddy walking through the studio to like the canteen, to the cafeteria, get some food. That was a big word. And so I'm walking along and I spot him and I was just like, I got shivers down my spine. And when we walked past, it was like, hiya. He went, hey, lads. I nudged my mate. I went, I just got chills. He went, me too. And I was like, no, you won't even have a clue who this dude is. And if you Google him, you'd be like, what? He looks like, what's his name? I'm going to figure it out. I'll tell you next time. Weird Al. That's the guy, right? That's the guy, yeah. He looks like Weird Al, but like smaller and fatter. And I lost my mind when he walked past and he said hi. I was like, that's so cool. So I'm weird. Like I said, I've partied with some crazy people, but I lost my mind when I saw this dude. And then Sir Alex Ferguson, who's the greatest manager of all time, Manchester United, I'm just saying. Chelsea can suck it. I was doing a charity football game, charity soccer, and it's basically celebrities and ex-players. And Bobby Charlton's like, he won the World Cup, incredible man. Like he had the most appearances and goals for Man United. Like he's a legend in the game. And like he was naked getting changed right next to me. And I'm like, there's Bobby Charlton's balls. It's so cool, it's Bobby Charlton. It's his ass in my face. And I'm not mad at it. It's actually Sir Bobby Charlton. I'm sorry, I shouldn't even, Sir Bobby Charlton's balls. And then Alex Ferguson, we've got the same birthday, New Year's Eve, December 31st. And I literally, so that was my in. I even knew what I was going to say. And I was like, December 31st, we got the same birthday, Alex. Like, hey, sir, happy birthday. It was going to be amazing. I had it so, like, sorted in my head. And then he came round, like, introducing himself to the players. And I was just like, just a noise would have been good, Ricky. Just anything, just so he knows you want a mute. So yeah, I didn't say anything to him. I still haven't to this day, and I've met him 3 times. I feel like such a failure. He's so awesome. So yeah, it happens. It happens. Thank you, buddy.
That was awesome. Well, we have time for just one more quick question.
Or if I answer quickly.
Right? And
All right.
also you'll be at your booth again?
And I will be at my booth all day long.
All right.
But before that, we're going to do a crowd shot, so...
We'll do a what? God? What?
Where did that come from?
We're going to do a crowd selfie.
Odin?
Oh, there.
We're going to do a what?
We're doing a selfie with the crowd.
We could do a selfie.
Yes.
The what? The selfie.
So they're going to do a photo with the crowd and...
Perfect. Are we doing that now or after?
After we'll do questions. So
After.
we're
Okay.
so-
I'm gonna.
we still have time.
Rapid fire round.
We can finish. Yeah, fire round. We can finish these.
Rapid fire round. Ricky just needs to shut up.
What was your personal reaction as an actor when you first found out the tragic yet hilarious nature of Shadow's wife's death?
My reaction? I actually got upset by it. Like for real. Like I know it's not real. It's a show. She's not really my wife. I was like, what a bitch. I was in prison for three years, and I was nothing but nice to her, and she sleeps with my best friend. That's my best friend. What's he doing? Like, it's not even like a stranger. Stranger is like, fair game. He doesn't know me. She's just a pretty girl. Whatever. That's my best friend. And I got too personal. I actually got into it. It makes me angry when stuff like that happens, because I'm just like, that's not even fair. I'm a good guy, and then I need to take myself out and remember it's not real, Ricky. It's not real. But it was pretty fun, and Dane Cook is hilarious in the role. He was perfectly cast. I hope we can try and get him back somehow in like flashbacks and stuff. Spoiler alert: he dies tragically in a car with my wife's mouth on him. PG, right?
Thank you.
PG. Next question.
Thanks, Ricky.
Great t-shirt.
Thank you. Hello. I was wondering, so in the show, it expands dynamics that aren't in the book. Laura and Matt Sweeney, they didn't have that dynamic. They do in the show, in the book. So I was wondering if there are any characters in the book or on the show, that you would like to, expand or, deepen a connection with?
There's a lot of people I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Sam Crow turning up. I'm looking forward to going to Lakeside, Hinzelman and all that sort of stuff. Marjorie. I would like to investigate the Zariah sister. I want to see what happens with her. Because obviously she's the first one to get lips on Shadow since his wife died. She got right in there. She slipped an old sob story like, I've never kissed anyone before. I want to try now. And just grabs up Shadow. And Shadow's like, oh, what the?
Such a good move.
I know, it was nailed it. Try it, ladies. Just go, I've never kissed a man before. You try the booth. Try the booth. I'm ready for you. Try me. Come at me, bro. Next question.
Okay, I'll try to be as fast as I can. So
you don't need to be fast. It's me that's wasting time. I'm sorry. You're just asking a question.
So the show does put religion and immigration and everything under a microscope and tells a deeper story about America. Have you playing that role? Have you thought about your own religious beliefs and maybe looked at your own ancestry?
I have not. It's made me more aware and open my mind about how people perceive things and religion. What I find fascinating was the finale. Not really a spoiler, but there's a lot of Jesus. When I say a lot of Jesus, there's 10 of them. There's a black Jesus, white Jesus, Mexican Jesus, albino Jesus, a hippie Jesus. There's all sorts of different Jesus. And it's something I never really thought about, and then you got Prime Jesus, which is the Jesus that we all kind of really think about, the guy on the cross with the hair and the beard and the one in the film, But it's great. Of course, he appears however different people see him. And I think that's important because even if it's not Jesus, if it's someone else that you follow and you worship and you pray to, it's great that whatever God or anything that you worship and pray to, it doesn't make mine any less real or less powerful. And we're saying it's okay that, you can believe in whatever you want to believe. I'm allowed to believe whatever I want to believe. As long as you believe in something, it gives you a lot of strength in the world, in every day-to-day life. We all have struggles. We all battle various things. It's all relative. Some people are struggling with this. Some people are struggling with that. I'm the happiest person in the world. I got a lot of problems, but I still struggle through my life. But I say grace before every meal because I'm thankful for my life because I woke up today. I'm walking. I'm dancing on stage. I'm in Florida. It's hot. That's a big thing for me. I like it. And I'm surrounded by beautiful, wonderful people. I've got a very healthy, happy family. I love my family, love my friends. Life is good. Now, what do I believe in? I don't understand the God that hurts children and animals. I don't understand that, so I don't understand enough about it. But I am grateful to someone or something for the wonderful life I have and the things that I can see in the life I've lived. So just believe in something, that's all I'm saying. It gives you that strength to get through the day. And it doesn't matter what you believe in, it's yours.
That is a beautiful message to end the panel. And I am sorry that we have to end because we have another panel coming in. Yeah,
we do?
They're wrapping us. They're like, get out. They're giving us the neck throat.
You give me that? Don't you give me that?
Sorry, I had to do that.